Hello. Hello, hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome back. This is getting easier. Doing the whole streaming thing, getting easier. Getting more comfortable with it. I didn't even panic until like 10 minutes before I was supposed to start. Usually I panic like an hour before I start. So, hello everyone. Hello. Another Wednesday morning. Do we all have our tea and coffee and maybe a third beverage just for flavor with us today? I messed up. My tea is ice cold. We got these cups, and something about them, they just like retain the temperature of the liquid in it really well. I think they're made for bartending. I don't know. They have a weird shape to them. But yeah, if you get like, I got tea out of the fridge, and I put the tea in the cup, and now it just retains its like fridge temperature coolness, which is really rad. It sucks if it's like hot, because then the whole cup is really hot to touch. But yeah, my tea is ice cold, and my coffee is burning hot. And so my mouth is just not happy because I keep switching between them, because I'll drink the coffee and it'll be like, num num coffee, wake me up. Well, I'm dehydrated because coffee's a dehydrant, time to drink my tea, and then it's just like mega hot, ice cold, and my mouth is just like, stop. My tongue, no. So how is everyone? How's everyone doing? Did y'all see that Ever After High video I did? Yay! Finally got back to Ever After High. It has been a thing that has been on my, like, list for months. It's just like Korra. Like, with my Korra reviews, every single month I have Korra planned, but then something inevitably shows up. And this year, I'm not big into, like, New Year's resolutions or whatever, but, this year I'm like, I'm gonna really commit to making Korra reviews more frequently, and also try not to, like, panic and make some other review, because I have this thing in my head where I'm like, because I just finished Velma. Velma just wrapped up, and it was awful, but I want to talk about it because of how awful it was, and I think it would be a fun little video to make. And I'm like, I should do it now, because it just finished. I should jump on top of that while it's still relevant. And then I have to, like, sit myself down and be like, I could wait several weeks. You know, it doesn't have to be right now, you know. Same with Vox Machina. I just finished season 2 of Vox Machina. That wrapped up last week. And my brain is like, do it now! While people are talking about it! And I have to be like, people will still be talking about it, okay? So yeah. Hello, hello. Hello, Riker, I believe is how your name is pronounced. Hi, Critter, I'm a huge fan. I was wondering if we could get a face or name reveal. Nah, I'm not doing that. That's dumb. This is my face, see? Right here. I'm right in front of you. Can't you see me? I open my mouth and everything. I bounce up a little bit every time I speak. This is my face. I returned to the RWBY channels with season 9 as of recent, and I want to hear... Oh, cool, yeah, because, okay. Couple of things. So, the Justice League trailer leaked. The Justice League x RWBY crossover trailer leaked. I don't know if it was official. I didn't see anywhere officially. I watched Raijin Rising's video. Fun fact, anytime I go anywhere for RWBY information, Raijin is the first place I go. Raijin makes the best content in terms of, like, getting everything said in one place. He has a great voice. It's like, I think he used to do DJing, which I think I remember him saying that one time. Great voice. He does such a good job, like, explaining everything in a way that's easy to understand. So if you're ever looking for, like, news and updates on Rooster Teeth or RWBY, go to Raijin Rising. Cannot recommend him enough. 10 out of 10. One of my favorites. But yeah, it leaked, and it does not look good. that Justice League trailer? Oh my god. Okay, so their designs... The designs of the Justice League characters are whatever. I don't think they're as good as they looked in the comics. I think especially giving Batman big, goofy, dumb bat wings is not a great choice. And I know exactly why they did it. It's because they've said before that modeling the ears on the Faunus characters is hard. Because it's hard to get that geometry to work. And that's why nowadays all of the Faunus characters really only ever have tails, Like, Marrow, he's a dog, and there's concept art of him with dog ears. But that was tough, so if we can make it a tail, then it'll be fine. So yeah, all the fondest characters have tails, and they didn't want to model Batman's bat ears. And so what they did, 100% guarantee, there's not a single doubt in my mind, they just took Yuma. Do you remember Yuma from Volume 5? That weird bat guy that was in the White Fang in Menagerie, who, like, Collie beat? And they made him up like he was gonna be really cool and important, but he wasn't. He was voiced by Lanny Pator. They just took Yuma's model and, like, changed the hair a little bit. Maybe made him, like, a little bit stronger looking, like bigger pecs or wider shoulders. That's it. It's just the same exact model. So then they could just copy the wing thing, because they already figured out wings for Yuma, and he's Batman, and Yuma was already Batman. That was 100%. It was Yuma, and I think her name was Trifa. And she was like a spider girl. And I'm like, it's just Batman and Spider-Gwen. That's what these characters are. And then there was like a lizard guy that was barely in it. Whatever. What weirdly underutilized characters? Like, they seemed... For being a show that always goes so above and beyond to make every single background character as important as possible, Yuma and Trifa, for being how overly designed and, like, DeviantArt OC feeling... Not very, not thought out. Not well utilized. But yeah, the rest of the trailer, they look fine. The Justice League kids look fine. Team Ruby and Juniper, awful. Yang especially, oh my god. Her boobs are like 5 times bigger than her head. It looks so bad. I don't know how do they not understand boob physics? If Rooster Teeth can't figure out how boob physics work, you know what, just fucking hire porn animators, you know? That makes sense. Porn animators seem to got that figured out, right? How can you be so bad at just modeling tits on one lady? But yeah, no, it looked awful. Ruby's voice is horrid and annoying. I hate Lindsay's performance. It's getting worse and worse. I don't know how she can make it more high-pitched. It sounds like a voice someone does when they're trying to be annoying. When they're trying to mimic a person they think is annoying, right? I can't stand it. And Kara just sounds so uninterested, and, like, she completely gave up for Weiss, you know? Like, she does not, like... It's me. I'd follow you anywhere, Ruby. I'm Weiss Schnee, heiress to the Schnee Dust Company. Like, just really half-assing it. Volume 1, Ruby did have the best voice, because there was, like, she sounded like a young girl, not this weird, high-pitched, like, nails on chalkboard thing that she's doing. I don't know. Whatever. Whatever. So yeah, it did not look great. I think the thing that disappointed me the most was how, like, empty the backgrounds are. Like, every single set was just this giant, open, empty landscape, which is a thing people have talked about before, how all of Ruby's fights are on just giant, empty plains, and they seemed to be working to fix that for volumes, like, 7 and 8, like the Gravity fight. Gravity? Is that... Yeah. Yeah, the one with Ironwood versus Watts. Yeah, they had all kinds of stuff. They were doing things, but now it's just giant empty plain. Yeah, a giant dragon is just standing on the giant empty field in the middle of this giant empty forest. Alright. So yeah. It's, it doesn't look great. Does not look great. Not a great reveal. Well, I'm curious as to who leaked it. Like, who would care enough about the Ruby X Justice League crossover to leak something like that? Whatever. So, let's dive into fan art. We got some cool fan art. Starting off with the one that we saw for our thumbnail today. It's by Night Shadow. Night Shadow was featured in a previous stream. But this time they made this one. He said that he wanted to go with something similar, more similar to their usual art style. And I thought this was great. I really like the volume of the hair. I'm always impressed by the hair. And especially, like, the light like shine right on the corners of the hair. I never think about that type of thing. My favorite part is how Night Shadow remembered my little skull tattoo, because it feels very it like draws the whole thing together with the skull face going on with my skull tattoo. I look cool. I'm always a fan of dark, macabre things. You wouldn't guess it looking at the cute, adorable, twee little things I tend to draw, like all the Pokemon or my characters, my critters and stuff. But yeah, I love dark, scary stuff too. That's a good aesthetic right there. Ah, yes. So yeah, also I love the background. I don't know what's going on in the background, but I think it's cool. It looks like mountains, I think. Dope stuff. The last time Night Shadow was here, I said it looked like I was the badass anime heroine who did a really cool move and posed, because I'm so cool and badass. This time, I look like I'm the badass villain who's about to do something really cool and bombastic to make the anime heroine do something cool. So yeah. Yeah, Allison's great. You're right, marvelous Mr. Pokemon. Allison is so top tier when it comes to, like, scary stuff. Allison's art is so inspiring to me. She does such cool, dark, scary things. Shen Comics, you might have seen them recently for doing things like the Public U comic, Public Art School thing he's been doing with Lilith, the lady with blonde hair. It's a weird little comic he's got going on. It's on Twitter. I love Shen's work too. Shen is another huge inspiration when you're looking for cute yet scary concepts for artwork. 10 out of 10. We also got more from Orange. Orange has been around a while bit. This is the inspiration for the title of this one's stream. Heard you were sick in Wonderland. I love Orange's reinterpretation of fairy tales. They have a comic that they're working on, and every single time I'm like, I love seeing how you do it. This was fun. I also like the redesign for my outfit, and I think I'm really cute. I'm a big fan of the, like, smiley jack-o'-lantern face on the hoop of the skirt. And Orange remembered that I'm a thick girl, so always love seeing stuff from Orange. Such a delightful human being, so sweet, so fun. I love their artwork. I love their use of colors also. Orange has colors figured out. And then I also got fan art from Nep. I love Nep. Nep, a charming person, delightful. I love seeing them every time they pop up on my Twitter feed. It's always something cool, and they got such cool artwork. Look at the sky back there. Look at that real, like that's like angel level. That's like Hiccup riding around on his dragon, Toothless level of beautiful clouds in the sky. Look at that. That's awesome. I think one of my favorite things is seeing people interpret. I mentioned how people interpret my hat is always fun. Another one, I always love seeing how people do glasses, because everyone kind of does glasses differently, and I really it looks reflective. Look at that. That's so beautiful with the shine right there. I love Nep. Nep does great stuff. All the fan art, always so appreciative, and it always, like, boggles my mind. Every single week, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna have any fan art this week, and every single week you guys give me something. And I appreciate it. You're all so cool. Thanks for doing cool, nice stuff for me. Thanks for taking time out of your day to just be cool and creative and sharing it with me. That's always so much fun. So yeah, this is what I'm doing. Yes, stereotype. Cute yet scary. That's the that is the best stuff. That's why I love Madoka Magica so much. That, like, line between cute and innocent and horrifying is so, like, it's hard to find good things that fall in that category, you know? So, every time, and there's others out there that you could use as examples. None pop to mind immediately, but others try too hard to do that. And they never, so often, they don't do it quite right, you know? A critter, turns out Tears of the Kingdom is a Silk Song situation. I don't know what that means. Help me, educate me. This just makes me think of like silk trade, like how I learned in high school with trade, the silk trade. There was a big chapter about it. I don't know why. I've been wanting to draw fan art, but I've been sick these past few weeks. Ooh, bummer. I've seen you commenting, Cinesloth. I see you commenting every day. No, feel better. Hope you feel better. I got quite sick over the weekend too, which sucked because I was supposed to play D&D with my sisters. And then the day of, everything was just awful. I was dying. I was dead. I died. I am a ghost now. No, yeah, it was just not good. Did not feel good. Couldn't do D&D, which sucked. So, Silk Song is a game that's in development hell. Oh, is this the new Duke Nukem? When I think, like, that's fun, seeing how things change from one era to the next. Because I remember the days where Duke Nukem was the one. No, yeah, it was, I don't remember, it was like, they reference it in No More Heroes, which I thought was hilarious. But yeah, there was a Duke Nukem game that was stuck in developmental hell for, like, a decade, I feel like. Hello. Critter undied for the stream. Zombie. Necromancy, you know, it's fine. There was something else I wanted to talk about. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Wonderland. So the title of this stream. Oh, thank you, by the way, M3D. I read it. I forgot to say thank you. Thank you so much for the $2. That's cool. Yeah. So I've been doing a lot of Wonderland stuff. I've almost finished my RWBY Volume 9 rewrite fanfiction, Duke Nukem Forever. Yes. I've almost finished my Volume 9 rewrite fanfiction thing, and it's coming along so quickly. Editing it is so easy. Fun fact, editing videos is really quick and easy when you have basically no visuals. It's going to be a big ol' audiobook. It's going to be a little bit over an hour long, maybe an hour and a half. I'm excited. Hello, Mr. Green 13. So, but it's because it's Wonderland, and then I just did Way Too Wonderland, just so much Wonderland, and I was thinking about it, and I was thinking that I don't even really like Alice in Wonderland. I'm not, like, I was never a fan of the animated movie. It's fine. I always kind of thought it was boring as a kid. Like, just flashy visuals is not usually enough to get me entertained. So, yeah. And then the Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland is actually my least favorite movie of all time. I hate that movie. It is the worst movie. I hate everything about it. Oh my god. It inspires me in so many ways because it inspires me on what not to do with stories because I hate it. RWBY? Hey, so I got two questions. First, are you gonna make more Godzilla videos? I wasn't planning on it. I don't know what to say. The first one was happened because my mother suggested an idea, and I liked the idea, but now I'm not sure, other than maybe just reviewing one of the movies, but I'm not sure. And secondly, are you going to talk about other Japanese hero shows like Super Sentai or Kamen Rider? Not planning on it. Again, not so much because I don't know what to say necessarily, but because those shows tend to be really long, and I haven't watched any of them. So I would have to watch them, which would take a while. Except for some Power Rangers. I've seen some Power Rangers, but not all. There's a lot of Power Rangers. But I wasn't planning on it. No plans so far, but anything can happen. Not sure if it's just me, but I low-key didn't get the Evil Queen in EAH. Like, she was just kind of there. I haven't read the book, so maybe it's cleared up there. She is technically in prison, the writer. That's what it is. She's been imprisoned, and you can't really talk to her. And so, yeah, she's supposed to be more just, like, this idea. The idea of, like, how things could go very bad. Because she did try to, like, break into other stories and take over, which technically means she was also being a rebel, just doing it more the royal way. Because she wanted to be the evil queen, but she wanted to be the evil queen of everything. So, that's why they kept her locked up, and that's why they really don't like the idea of rebelling against your story, because you can do, like, a lot of harm. She did a lot of harm, at least. So, we're going to the Critter Cove. Critter Cove, shut up, it's great. Should we hope for Monster High reviews? Yes, I already have the footage for the live-action Monster High movie that came out last October. I watched it, it's great, I want to write a review for it. It's just other things have gotten in the way. So, but it's gonna happen sooner or later. And then I also definitely want to review the new animated show that came out. Haven't watched any of that yet though. But yes, definitely. Plans on that are on its way. Hey, hello Zach. How come the fan art I made wasn't there? I know you're super busy, but you probably haven't seen it. It's Piranha using a different account. Did you tweet at me? Or did you email it at me? Because I've checked my email, I didn't see anything. So, you might want to double check to make sure you have the right email. Because Judgmental is spelt weird. It's spelled specifically. If I haven't seen it, I'm sorry. I haven't seen anything yet. DLC for Hollow Knight starring the rival character. I don't play Hollow Knight. Is that the one with the bugs? That's the one with the bugs, right? It looks cute, but I don't know. Reviewing bad 70s Godzilla movies? They're not bad, they're quirky. No, I love Godzilla. King of Monsters, it's a 10 out of 10 movie. One of the best movies. One of my favorites, without a doubt. Weren't there 2 Tim Burton Wonderland movies? There was a second one. He didn't do the second one. It wasn't Tim Burton. It was just Alice in Wonderland 2. I didn't watch it. I hated the first one so much that I didn't want to watch it. Just wondering, am I allowed to resubmit my submission? I noticed a mistake online. Totally. Just, send it to me again and be like, I'm fixing it up this time. I'm gonna double check all of my emails and stuff when I get to the end of it. So yeah, just make sure to clarify this is the one that you really wanted to go with. Totally. Goodbye, Kirito Skywalker. Kirito Skywalker. Goodbye, Skywalker. Have fun. Get a nice haircut. Have you Magical Girl Raising Project or Magical Girl Sight? If so, what's your opinion of them? Not Magical Girl Sight, but I'm gonna let you in on a fun little thing. I'm gonna do a worth watching for Magical Girl May this year. So yeah, I'll check out the first 3 episodes somewhere between now and then, and I'll totally make a video about it. So keep on the lookout for that. I have seen Raising Project. It's a great show. I recommend, if you like Magical Girl Raising Project, go to Twins Inc.'s channel, my twin sister. She has a really cool video ranking their designs for Magical Girl Raising Project from the anime. Great video. I go back and rewatch that one all the time. So if you like that, go for it. Oh, almost forgot. Have you heard a YouTuber called Monster Island Buddy? I have not heard of them. Sorry. I don't watch other people talk about Godzilla. That's the thing. I like Godzilla, but because I like kaiju. It's the same way, I like Zoids, you know? But I don't, seek out Zoids. There was something else. This is a weird thing that have you ever watched Demon Slayer since I've been quizzed on it? I have not. It looks cool. It looks pretty. I just haven't gotten around to it. I want to watch, Evangelion. I haven't seen it. I mentioned that on another stream previously. I should remember this, because every single night this week, it's been what do we watch? There's nothing to watch. We've been watching Hell's Kitchen. The latest season, it finished airing last week or something. We've been binging the last of the episodes. I hate Hell's Kitchen nowadays. I do not like Gordon Ramsay's shows these days. They're all the same. So, with the same sound effects, the same, the stakes are really high, but also goofy, wacky shenanigans. Not a fan. I don't like it. But I don't, there's nothing else to watch. We've been watching Animorphs. Did you know that Animorphs is on Amazon Prime? All of Animorphs. All 26 episodes. Not in order, for some reason. Several of them have been out of order by now, which is confusing, but whatever. But yeah, we've been watching Animorphs, but there's only so many episodes of cheesy 90s animal morphing fantasticness that we can handle in one day. I have heard of Real Monsters. I used to watch it back when it was on Nickelodeon, back in the early 2000s, 2001. Thank you all, Not All That Evil. Hi, how you doing? Not All That Evil. Why was the thumbnail on your face all spooky? It was just what part of the fan art of this week from Night Shadow. Night Shadow wanted to do something more in their style, and I guess this is more in their style, and I thought it looked dope. Cool, scoopy, macabre things. All for it. Yeah, go check them out. There's a link in the description. That's another thing. I should mention this. Whatever the fan art is for the stream thumbnail, there's a link directly to it in the description of the stream. So go check out their art and give them a like and tell them how cool they are. Stakes are high. Yes, they gotta cook their steaks up on top of ladders. I'm sorry, bad jokes. Okay, I was gonna say something. This is something I was thinking about for the last few days. So I watched the Super Bowl on Sunday. Didn't really care. I don't care about sports. I was mostly there for the trailers. Most of the commercials were bad, too. I feel like the Super Bowl is getting to the point where no one cares anymore. Because also, like, businesses are failing. Like things, like hearing a business spend $7 million to air one commercial during a sport game. I feel like that's bad business practice. And a lot of businesses are failing. Like Subway is looking to be bought out by someone nowadays. And I think it's because for consumers, the idea of like luxury items and also just like corporations in general have really changed over the last, I don't know, 40, 50 years, but businesses aren't really adapting to what consumers are actually looking for anymore, if that makes sense. But I was thinking about something, because there was a new Geico commercial, and I hate insurance commercials. The insurance ads are so dumb. I don't understand. And it was just, the Gecko, like, eats a bit of a barbecue wing, and it's hot. And that's it. And I was just thinking about it, because then also there's a Progressive ad with, like, John Hamm and Flo, and they don't even talk about insurance. And then there's, Liberty Mutual with Limu, and Doug. And I'm just thinking about all these insurance ads. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, what the hell is going on with insurance companies and their marketing? Why do so many insurance commercials have, like, lore with characters? And all the characters' personalities is just, I am obsessed with this insurance. I'm obsessed with selling you this insurance. Like, they're all exactly the same. It's just a character being like, I need to tell you about these new insurance things. And I was thinking about it because there was, like, other stuff like that during the Super Bowl. And I was like, I wonder if insurance companies are even doing good anymore. Because I'm going to be 100% honest with you, I don't think people really buy insurance these days. I don't really think. I also love Limu, Emu, and Doug. Those are fun commercials. But I don't think people buy insurance. Because I don't have insurance. Most people can't afford insurance. And it's weird that the only way they've figured out how to sell these things and to make them memorable to us, like we can sit here and say we love Limu, Emu, and Doug, we remember them because they're goofy, fun characters that go on weird adventures in every episode of their commercial. And it's weird, but I don't think anyone's actually purchasing the insurance that they're selling, you know? More often than not, they don't even explain what insurance they're even actually selling is anymore. Like, hold on, I'm thirsty. Gotta get a sip of my ice cold tea. Like, I remember when I was coming out of high school, I was like, do I need to get insurance? And I was like, what is insurance? What do I do? How do you insurance? And these commercials aren't telling me anything. They're just like, buy this one because this is the good one. We save money? And I'm like, how do you save money if I'm giving you money? So yeah, not only, it's just weird, you know, just things like this. I'm fascinated by the evolution of commercials and consumerism. So I saw someone, I think it was Zach again. He asked if I saw the Rise of Beast trailer. I did. I'm more excited about the toys than the actual movie, but it looks fun. Judgmental Critter brand iced tea. It's just some, like, really cheap tea from the store. It's because I mentioned this before, I think, our water purifier is super slow. I think it's the actual, like, purifier, like, the part in the middle that actually purifies it. I don't remember what it's called. It's really slow for some reason. I think it's just the brand we got. So it's faster to just brew tea. And so I just drink a lot of tea these days. And I mostly just save the purified water for the dogs. And even then, sometimes I just get tap water because the purifier's too slow. And I can't give the dogs tea. That'd make them... I don't think they'd appreciate that. Skywalker, I thought you already left for your haircut. Have fun. See you next time. Critter, do you know not having insurance is illegal? No, it's not. No, it's not. There's different types of insurance. Like, health insurance, car insurance. I don't have a car, so I don't need insurance. We used to have a car, but I hate driving, and then we found out that it gives Rambo incredible anxiety, so we got rid of the car, and we don't need drive, so we don't need insurance. But yeah, I don't have health insurance. I can't afford health insurance. What a surprise. A YouTuber budget can't afford health insurance. Do you think being an animator on YouTube is a good job? Because that's what I want to do. It can be. I don't think you'll make a ton of money right off the bat. Maybe eventually down the line. Totally. I say go for it. I wish I could, I wish I had more passion for animation. I just can't stand it because it's so tedious. Twins has made a few vids about Project Sekai. I have played it. Thank you for asking, Ninja Fox. I have played it. Did not get very far. I'm not good at rhythm games. I move to the beat of my own drum, and my heart is never beating in time to the rhythm that they want me to be beating to. Like, I'll follow, like, the drum line, and the rhythm game will be following, like, the vocals or something, you know? So I'm just not good at it, but I love watching her videos. Her ranking each band top 5 best songs video, one of my favorites. I rewatch that one. Like, whenever I'm looking for, like, a good long video, that's one of the first ones I go to, so. 10 out of 10. I tried playing it. It's not for me, but I do appreciate them. I don't drive because of my anxiety. Yeah, driving's just, it's scary. I can drive, you know? Like, I can. I have a license. I did the whole shebang. I can drive. I just hate it. I find it. And here's the thing. I know I'm a good driver. And I know Rambo is a good driver. I know we're good drivers. The thing is, when I'm behind the wheel, I think every single other dumb person in a fucking car is a bad driver. I'm just waiting for one idiot behind the wheel of some other car to do something completely stupid and wreck into me. That's how it always goes. Critter has no money for insurance, so when there are Transformers toys to buy. I know, right? No, I don't tend to buy a whole... I did splurge on something recently. I got myself a puzzle. I know, splurging for a puzzle is crazy, right? But yeah, I wanted a puzzle, because I was... Are you all still here? Did stream... Like, chat's not moving anymore. Are you all still here? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I splurged, I got a puzzle, because I was watching Bettle, Gavis Bettle from Hollow Tempest. He was doing his stream where he was putting together a puzzle of a cow, and watching him not do the puzzle well was driving me crazy. Like, he was just sitting there having fun, talking to chat, reading, like, what chat was saying and stuff, and I'm like, that's fine and all, but finish the puzzle. We just vibing? Okay, cool. Sorry. Me, who panics about technology all the time, whenever anything's happening, I'm like, what went wrong? It's happening. It's finally happening. Yeah, I love doing puzzles. I used to do puzzles a lot, and I was like, I don't have any I have had no need to own a puzzle in a long time, so I splurged and I bought a puzzle. It should actually arrive today, which is exciting. I got it on Amazon. It was like $9. It's a puzzle of all the evolutions, so fun stuff. I'm gonna do a rad puzzle sometime this week. It'll be lovely. Washing ink off my hands, been there, you know. I stole an ice cube tray from my dorm room because I used ink in it for an art project, and I didn't realize it would stain the ice cube tray, so I just took it. Thoughts on Kingdom Hearts? I've played the first one. Just the first one. I didn't beat it. Maleficent was hard, but I played it. I thought it was fine. More Disney than Final Fantasy, but from everything I've seen from the sequels, because everything I know about the sequels is primarily through videos, like Super Butterbuns has a video on Kingdom Hearts. I love their content. I think Mr. Clemps, also has a video on Kingdom Hearts. Love his content. Love their stuff. It's mostly just seeing what other people talk about, and I know it gets, like, crazier with their, like, council of evil people who wear ominous black hoods and all have a crazy anime hair. I know there's, like, clones and, like, things like that. It's not as complicated as people make it out to be. I do know that. It's just, every time people talk about Kingdom Hearts, and people think it's very complicated, it's because the people who are talking about Kingdom Hearts uses the in-universe words for their lore, rather than using terminology that non-fans would understand. Like, let's go with Ruby, for example. I could say, Ruby Rose has a semblance called Petal Burst. No one's gonna know what that means if they haven't seen the show. I could say, the main hero has a superpower, it helps her go fast. Then they'll understand it. And I think that's what happens with Kingdom Hearts. My thoughts on the first one, since that was the only one that I actually played, Donald and Goofy were the best. Donald kept dying. Goofy was a tank. Goofy carried us through the whole game. Monstra was the worst level, by far. I was stuck in it for like an hour and a half, and I couldn't figure out how to get out. The Tarzan level, also kind of bad, but not awful. At least it was charming and fun. The aerial level, Under the Sea, fun at first, very quickly became not fun because of the swimming gameplay. So, best part was Donald and Goofy as characters. Sora was weird. It was weird. Weird that they got Haley Joel Osment to voice Sora. But whatever. Sora's not awful. I'm glad that he made it into Smash Bros. He deserves it. Not all that evil, thank you. Play Kingdom Hearts 2, ignore the other sequels. It's the true KH experience. Where? What is it on? What consoles is it on? I don't have the PlayStation 2 anymore. Twins kept it. I moved out. I moved away. And all I have is my DS, my 3DS, PlayStation 5, and a Switch. So if it's not on any of those consoles, shit out of luck. I wish I could animate. You can, Dark Emo. Do it. I believe in you. You gotta start somewhere. Start with little things. Like a stick figure. And then if you love it, you'll keep going and get better and better. Coco's semblance is called hype. And I'm gonna be honest, I read most of the first book, and I don't remember her ever talking about it. She might have. It definitely feels like one of those things where it's like, oh, no, she totally had a semblance back in Volume 2. That's how she was able to kill the giant Nevermore in 3 bullets. It was her semblance. This is how power scaling works, right? You retroactively make excuses as to why this character was arbitrarily infinitely stronger than all the other characters, but still weak enough to lose at the end of Season 3. It's all on PS4? Well, I don't have that. PS4 digital store? Not PS5? If you have a PS3 or PS4, I only have 5. I can get it on the 5. Rad. I am not twins. Cinesloth. Are you talking to someone else? Is twins in chat? Checked an email. The fan art is in a Google Drive from Piranha. I will double check. I have not seen anything. I'll double check my spam folder too and everything like that. I'll double check that later. I'm sorry if I've missed it. I'm doing the best I can. All of them are PS4 and thus PS5. Okay. I'm used to how Nintendo does things, where it's like, yeah, there's backwards compatibility. What's that? Not in my house. All these, I think it's so fucking stupid. It is so ridiculous that they're like, we're gonna re-release Kingdom Hearts, or not Kingdom Hearts, Metroid or whatever. We're gonna re-release Metroid and stuff. You can buy it now on the Switch, on the Switch store. And I'm like, the GameCube works. The GameCube is still really good. I have never had any performance issues with my GameCube over the years and years and years and years. And now that Twins has it, she still has never had any performance issues with the GameCube. Except for, like, the cord. But that's not the GameCube. That's, like, one of the cords that you can just repurchase. It's so silly that they would, be like, give us $60 for this game that you can still totally play if we just... I don't know. Whatever. I feel like Nintendo makes very bad decisions sometimes. Especially in terms of, like, backwards compatibility. Just shouting at my sister? I see. I understand. Shout out to twins. I like twins. Of course, I like twins. What a surprise. Whoa, breaking news. I love my twin sister. Who would have guessed? Not sure if you're into comics, but I just read an interesting new series called Black Cloak. I think I've heard of that. I don't really read comics very much. I can't afford them. That was something that was like, blew my mind. I remember the first time I went to a comic shop, I was so excited. I was in middle school or high school. We went there. We were gonna play Magic the Gathering with my cousins. And it was like, whoa, this is like a real comic shop. Oh my god. And I was like, maybe I'll get something. And first, everything was like so much more expensive than I feel like it's really worth. And I think art is worth a lot. But I was like, I don't know if I want to drop $12 for this comic that's like, only like 20 pages long. I don't know, I'm not so sure about that. And then the other thing was like, it's very overwhelming to not know where to start, because you sit there and you look at all these comics and it's like, which one do I begin with? Can I just dive into the middle of a story? Is there a start somewhere? Is loving your twin a form of narcissism? No, and I'm gonna be honest, that's really stupid. It's just like, do you have a sibling? Or a cousin? Or a friend? Or someone? Do you have someone in your family that you love? Just because we happen to have the same birthday, that's not narcissism. We're not the same person, okay? Plot twist, yeah, right. Bro, I still have the OG NES, SNES. I know! Oh my god! Okay, my mother had the NES. She still has it, I'm pretty sure. And then my great-grandmother has the SNES. She does not have that anymore. She passed away several years ago. I don't know who got her SNES. I think it was her daughter. But yeah, gaming has been in my family for like 4 generations now. Started with my great-grandmother, who I called Gigi. I called her that because great-grandmother, the initials, and then GG became a thing for, like, good game, and I was very confused for a while. Yeah, GG, she was great. She was so good at video games. She, like, would 100% video games all the time. Whenever I was stuck, she would come in and she would, like, beat the level. And then Graham, my grandmother, she was also big into games, but she really liked PC. She was big into online stuff. Like really early days of online gaming things. Like a lot of like weird turn-based fantasy stuff and things like that. And then her daughter, my mother, she was big into games. She got the NES and the N64. and she would always like 99% something. She would get so close to completing it and then wouldn't want to finish it, and I would never know how to get that last 1% to finish like 100% her old save files. But she was also, my earliest memory is being like a toddler in like a playpen, and me and my sister were just watching her playing Banjo-Kazooie on the TV. And then me and my sister, and we got all the video game stuff from that point on. So, just years of women in gaming. Gamer grandmas, yeah! Gigi was great. She was so good. Oh my god. She had the best ones too on the SNES. She had, like, think of all 3 of the Donkey Kong Country games. So good. Like, Mario, like Mario 3. The only ones she didn't have Star Fox. That was the only thing I can think of. Or Metroid for the SNES. 10 out of 10 stuff. Kirby? Ugh. Yeah! Kirby Superstar? That is one of the best games of all time. I will stand by that. The remake is good. The 3DS remake is good. But the original, like, pixel graphics on the SNES, amazing. Ben 10 says, I like comics too, but not gonna lie, if I go to a comic shop, I always read them in the shops instead of buying them, and I always hide it in a different shelf so it doesn't get sold out. I get it. If I'm gonna buy something, I'm gonna go with, like, a manga. Like, if I'm gonna spend $20 worth of something, I'll get a manga that's, like a thick omnibus type deal, you know? So that's how, like, that's what I'm gonna do. Hello. Critter comes from a family of gamers. That's true. None of the men, though. Not a single man in the history of my generations cared about video games. It's just the women. For some reason. Probably because we're great at playing video games. Yeah! Have I read any good comics/manga recently? I have not. I haven't really read comics/manga in a while. I have been reading the Ever After High books. Because I was doing the review, and I have the books. I got, like, a box set. So I've been reading those, which was fun. I don't really get a chance to sit down and read, but Rambo was watching the show that I do not care about, and I was like, you know, I'll take this opportunity to just read something, because I didn't want to play a video game. I beat Fire Emblem Three Houses for the first time. Hey, Jordan! My rival, SS Jordan. Nice to see you, arriving in my chat. No, I beat Fire Emblem Three Houses for the first time. I've played it a lot, and I got close to beating it several times, but I never actually finished any of the storylines. I would just, like, get bored, walk away from it for a few months, come back, start over. But I was like, you know what, I started it a while ago, and then I never beat it, but I was so close. And yeah, I had, like, 3 chapters left, and so I just beat it. And I'm gonna be honest, I played Azure Lion this time around, and I'll be honest, it felt like I didn't get the whole story. A review for Fire Emblem Three Houses several years after its release. It's a good game, but not very good. It's... So picking the 3 different routes don't really feel like they're changing much until well after the halfway point when you get the time skip, and even then, it feels kind of samey to each other. Each ending feels like half of a story. Like, I'm not getting the full scope of the story, and having to go back and replay the whole game is not that much fun, because yeah, the characters, like which house you pick, changes things. Nep, you're here! I showed off your fan art! That's not yours. I showed off your fan art! Hey! Yeah! Thank you! It was so cool! Beautiful colors and shading! And I love the sky! Hooray! What was I saying? Fire Emblem. Yeah, like, it's fine. Like, the different characters is fine, but also, I don't like a lot of the characters. They all feel very stereotypy, and they never feel like they really develop beyond certain stereotypes. They do, after a while. Yeah, that's not yours. Whoops. I don't. That's my beef for not ever labeling anything in OBS. Yeah, like I don't know. Fire with Three Houses, it's fine, but I think the thing that disappoints me the most, I ripped the sky off of the Ebis background library. Wow. When is the Judgmental Critter Magical Girl anime dropping? Man, I'd love that. I have a story. I have a Magical Girl story in mind. I don't know, like, would I do it as a comic? I don't know. Would I write it? I think something like a Magical Girl story doesn't work good in, like, a written format. Like, part of the visual spectacle of it all is a part of the fun of a Magical Girl, you know? Like, it can work. Like, you know, there's stories and stuff from Japan that a lot of Magical Girl anime is adapted from. But I don't know. I do have a story in mind. One day I'll get to it. I just gotta figure out how I want to tell it. Do I have any tips for fixing consoles that have trouble reading games? Not in the slightest. My biggest tip? Slap it. Smack the top of it. That's always what I did. Surprise! I'm old, and back in my day, you just hit something if you wanted to fix it. Oh, the TV! The TV's not working. The sound is going out. Just smack the side of it as hard as you can, and maybe that'll jostle something back into place. Have I watched The Owl House? I have not. It looks fine. It looks neat. I'm gonna be honest, the fan base scares me. The fan base seems very loud and, opinionated, and, like, I know you can't really judge a show based on its fan base, but, it seems like a lot. Yeah, breathing into the cartridge, just blasting your hot spit breath all over the cartridge, that'll fix it. And so many people claim that it doesn't actually work, but I say, if it doesn't actually work, how come every time I did it, it worked? Checkmate, scientists. Critter out of context. Just hit something if you want it to work. True. Yeah. The engineer. True. Yeah. Well, I had this old... my TV, growing up, it was so old. Listen to this shit. It had wooden panels on the side. It was big and boxy. It was wooden panels. Like, you know how back in, like, the 70s, they would just, like, put wood on the outside of their cars, I guess for an aesthetic decision? This was the TV. Wooden panels and a dial. Like you, like, clunk, big old dial. Not like buttons, a dial. And that's what the TV was, and it worked only with the N64 and the SNES. I don't think anything more advanced than that would actually plug into the TV. Yeah, it had a knob. It was like there's this thing that you go clunk and it would turn it on, and then clunk and you turn it off, and then there was another one that would go chunk, that you would change the channels. I don't think it was channels. And yeah, and sometimes the sound would just go out and you just hit the side of it as hard as you can and it would work. And it would made going through Ocarina of Time like hard mode. You know what's really difficult? Being a kid and knowing the way to get through the Lost Woods is to listen for Saria's song. Several people say that. That's your tip. I know how to get through the Lost Woods. I need to listen for Saria's song. Nothing scarier than being in the middle of the Lost Woods and then the audio in your TV just fizzles out and dies, and then you're desperately slapping the side of the TV so you don't get lost in the Lost Woods again. The real trick was learning to blow in it without sending spittle everywhere. Yeah. Some people made, like, whole little devices. Like a weird flat cotton swab that you could use to, like, jam in there to clean it out. Now in hindsight, I am pretty sure that only ruined it more. Like, get, like, bits of fabric and crap up in there. But whatever, they had sell weird accessories for their technology that mostly works. I feel like I was saying something. Yeah, Fire Emblem Three Houses. It's fine. I think the thing that disappoints me the most is how little customization there is with characters' classes and weapons. Like, it's just sword, lance, axe, bow, magic, and then maybe you'll have one person who does the fisticuffs thing, but usually not, because it's not nearly as strong as just giving them an axe, you know? And then everyone, it's like the same, like, 5 master classes at the end. I don't, like, especially hot off the heels of Fire Emblem Fates, which was not a good game. Fates was very bad. But Fates, gameplay-wise, had a ton of options. There were so many classes, so many different branches you could take, different weapons. There was all kinds of crazy things, like boomerang, katana, there was throwing knives, you know, there was all kinds of weird, crazy stuff in Fates. Gameplay-wise, Fates is really good. Story-wise, Fire Emblem Fates is so bad. Oh my god. None of the stories are good. They have 3 different stories. The one where you follow your family, the one where you follow your adopted family, or the one where you end up mixing the 2 together. All 3 are bad in their own different ways. Game expects you to play it 4 times. I know, right? Like, for reals. And then they came out with, like, the Ashen Wolves, and that felt really, really weird to me. Yeah, there's a whole... here's our 3 classes. And also, secret gremlin 4th class that hide literally in the sewers underneath the school, like creepy monster people. What? There's only, like, 4 of them in that class. You want to be a part of the weird hidden gremlin class that no one ever talks about, and we definitely didn't just come up with this out of nowhere. In the woods, hear suspicious singing. I'ma follow it, for sure, for reals. What could go wrong? Definitely won't become a style child, that's for sure. Got a dip for work, everyone gives the stream a thumbs up, Critter deserves it. Aww. Anton, that does remind me, I was something I wanted to say. Next week, when I do stream, I think it's gonna be a little bit later than usual. I think it'll be an hour later than when my stream usually starts. Mostly because I'm gonna, for next stream, so within the next few days, the day before Volume 9 comes out, the 17th, this Friday, I am going to release my version of Volume 9. My version, my rewrite fanfiction of Volume 9, I am going to release it on the 17th. And for the next stream, I'll mostly use it as, like, a Q&A stream for, like, the progression of how I thought of the story. So I'm going to start it a little bit later, so I have plenty of time to walk the dogs and get things done. And then also that way I could probably go a little bit longer than usual. So yeah, next week it's going to be an hour later, and it's going to be a big RWBY Volume 9, my written fanfiction Q&A thing. So, hope you have fun. Hope that's going to be fun. Yeah, woo! Ah, oh, man, I had, like, stress dreams about it last night, you know? Because I've been working on this for so long. I've been writing this for 3 weeks, I think. I started writing it, like, the day the Volume 9 trailer came out. Like, as I was thinking about it, and I was like, I could do this better. And I've had this one page on my notebook open for this whole time that has, like, my whole story structure and everything figured out. And I've been working on it all this time, and then I sit there and I reread it, and I'm like, how can I make this better? Does things need to be changed? Will it be animated? No. It will not. Initially, my plan was to do, like, pictures or something, to draw my own pictures. And then I got to, like, 10 plus pages, and I was like, that might be too long. I'll just do, like, puppet style. Like, the way Celtic Phoenix does Fixing RWBY for Volume 1, where it's just, like, stock images of the concept art for the girls walking around with various backgrounds and stuff. I'll just do it that way. And then I got to 20 plus pages. And I was like, maybe I won't do it like that. And then, yeah, it's over 30 pages long. And I'm like, you know what? It's already really long. You all have imaginations. You can imagine it. And if I just put extra effort into describing things, then it can be just like an audiobook. So woo! Speaking of animation, I should. Yeah. Nice. But yeah, it's gonna be like a big old audiobook thing that comes out this Friday, the 17th. So I hope you like it. What's your Fixing Ruby episode? I don't remember. I have it. I don't remember. It's gonna be a while. I think it comes out in April. Am I gay? No, I'm not. I don't. I think there's a better way of wording that question. A world of pure imagination. Yes, your mind movie. Exactly, Demon's Liberation. It's you just your imagination can fill in the void of all the things I'm talking about, and then it's perfect for you. And then I don't need to bother drawing 100 million things, you know? So yeah, it's gonna be fun. And I should probably get back to it, because I'm almost done editing it, and I want to wrap that up soon. So I think this is gonna be the end of the stream. Thanks for showing up, everybody. I got to ramble about insurance, commercials, and Fire Emblem for a while. Yeah. Just a nice thing to put on in the background and listen to while you do other things, which I think, isn't that how, like, most people do things these days, where you just have one thing going and you do something else at the same time? Is that not how most people do things? Is Twins Inc. my real sister? Yes. We were born from the same woman. We are born on the same day. We are twins. We are really twins. There are several videos with us together. So, yeah, goodbye. Thank you for everyone for showing up. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for fun conversation topics. I had a good old time. So yeah, this 17th, keep an eye out. My Volume 9 rewrite will drop. And then next week during stream, I'll answer your questions and stuff. So have fun. Bye-bye. Thanks for showing up, everybody. Thank you for all the donations, and thank you for the cool fan art. You're awesome. Bye-bye.